Hi everyone, Shining and I'm going to talk about diet for healthy aging today. Before we start, I just want to check. How many of you are retired? Okay, so that's almost 90% of you guys. After you retire, you tend to feel like a different person, sleep like a different person, and even eat like a different person. Well, this is normal. There's nothing wrong with that. However, there's one thing you need to remember.
You gotta eat healthy and stay healthy. Healthy diet plans are important. Literally, you are what you eat. Okay, think about these before we move on. 1. What did you eat today? 2. How often do you eat fruits and vegetables? 3. Is there a way to lower the risk of chronic disease? Keep these questions in mind, and hopefully, Shining and I can bring some change into your diet plans starting today.
We all know it's good to eat your fruits and vegetables. But why is it important? One researcher at Cornell, Dr. Campbell, wanted to find out if there was any secret to a healthy diet. He studied the diets of people living in rural China over a 20-year period and found that individuals who ate high amounts of animal products were more likely to have chronic disease. Conversely, those who ate mostly plant-based diets ended up having better health outcomes. After discovering these surprising findings, Dr. Campbell endorsed a whole foods, plant-based diet. So what do we mean when we say a whole foods, plant-based diet? Whole foods describe natural foods that are not heavily processed. That means whole, unrefined, or minimally refined ingredients. For example, broccoli, apples, grapes, and almonds. Plant-based means food that comes from plants and doesn't include animal ingredients such as meat, milk, eggs, or honey. These foods are generally fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains. I know some of you might be thinking, oh great, Oreos are vegan so I can eat those too. Not so fast. Any products that are heavily processed should be restricted or eliminated from Whole Foods plant-based diet. By looking at the photos below, you should be able to see the difference between the left and right sides of the picture. A plate of whole, plant-based foods should look colorful, with plenty of fruits and vegetables, not dye and additives.
Do you remember that question I asked you all in the beginning of this presentation? Is there a way to lower the risk of chronic disease? The answer is yes, and we'll introduce you to how. First, healthy diet prevents and treats osteoporosis. Osteoporosis is a bone disease that occurs when the body loses too much bone, makes too little bone, or both. As a result, bones become weak and may break from a fall, or, in serious cases, from sneezing to minor bumps. 1 in 2 women and up to 1 in 4 men in age 50 and older will break a bone due to osteoporosis. It is found that excess salt, sugar, and animal products can lead to calcium loss. So what should we do? We gotta consume veggies, beans, fruits, nuts, seeds to increase absorption of calcium. Why? Because body absorbs 50% of vegetable calcium and 32% of milk calcium. So basically, if you eat more romaine lettuce, bok choy, sesame seeds, broccoli, kale, and beans, you can prevent yourself from breaking a bone. How simple is that?
Next, cataracts. I'm sure many of you are familiar with cataracts or even know someone who has them. They make the eye lens cloudy or blurry, obscuring vision. They are very common, and more than half of all Americans aged 80 or older either have cataracts or have had surgery to get rid of them. But don't panic yet. What causes cataract is an excess of free radicals. Antioxidants play an important role in people's diets because they rid your body of free radicals, reducing your risk of cataracts and other disease. One way of consuming antioxidants is through eating greens, which contain lutein, a type of antioxidant. One observational study showed that people who ate the most lutein were half as likely to get cataracts, and those who ate the highest amount of spinach were 40% less likely.
Third, okay, I know that everyone's afraid of this one. We think this won't happen to me. It doesn't happen to people around me. But we all know it does. It can happen to me, you, and anyone in this room. First of all, what is Alzheimer's? It's a type of dementia that affects memory, thinking, and behavior. Symptoms eventually grow severe enough to interfere with daily tasks, such as finding your way home. So, how can we prevent Alzheimer's through healthy diet? Again, it's pretty simple. If you eat at least 3 servings of whole grains a day, green leafy veggies at least 6 times a week, not 6 times a day, berries twice a week, not twice a day, red meat less than 4 times a week, fish at least once a week. These simple diet tweaks can really cut your Alzheimer's risk.
Now, let's talk about heart disease. Heart disease is the deadliest disease in the United States, no matter your gender, race, or ethnicity. Luckily, there's a lot you can do to prevent it. 7 things you should aim for to reduce your risk of heart disease are: not smoke, have blood sugar below 100, have blood pressure less than 120/80, be active at least 30 minutes 5 times per week, have cholesterol less than 200, have a BMI less than 25. Last but not least, eat food low in cholesterol, sodium, sugar, and trans/saturated fats. Evidence has shown that by adopting a plant-based diet, you can reverse plaque building arteries and reduce cholesterol levels.
Okay, now we're really talking. So, what should you eat that's considered the good nutrients for a healthy diet? Please write these down or at least take a picture so that you can buy it at the grocery store today on your way back home. First, cruciferous vegetables. It sounds complicated, but it's really talking about veggies you know, such as kale, broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbages. These decrease 40% of cancer, while same amount of intake of regular veggies decrease 20%. Second, mushrooms. Mushrooms prevent DNA damage, slow tumor growth, prevent dendritic cell decline of aging. We all need those. 3. Onions and garlic. They reduce risk of all common cancer. That is, a research showed that with people who consume onions and garlic, they had 88% less esophageal cancer, 50% less stomach cancer. That's a crazy data sharing right there. Go buy onions and garlic right now, but really. They also detoxify carcinogens and inhibits angiogenesis.
Pomegranates are an amazing fruit with the ability to prevent cancer, especially breast, prostate, colon, and leukemia. In addition, they reduce kidney infections and lower blood pressure. Berries of all types have incredible benefits and can help prevent cancer, as well as repair damaged DNA. Eating seeds and nuts can prolong your lifespan and reduce the risk of death from all causes. How powerful!
Now, Shining and I are going to briefly discuss about some research articles related to healthy diet. Pretty boring? Bear with us because these are actually pretty important. Nutrition for the Aging Brain towards evidence for an optimal diet. The main goal of this research paper is to provide the most recent evidence from human observational and intervention trials, along with key mechanistic studies in cell and animal models, on the current state of knowledge on nutrition and healthy brain aging. So, this research paper states that decline in cognitive abilities with age occurs in healthy individuals throughout the adult lifespan. Also, the line between normal and pathological aging is not well defined, as neurological diseases start years before any clinical symptoms arise. Several health conditions, such as cardiovascular disease, diabetes, or obesity, are closely related to cognition. Therefore, when identifying dietary approaches to promote healthy brain aging, a holistic approach should be considered, including nutrition, which Shining and I highlighted, exercise, and lifestyle factors, which not only target the brain but also overall cardiometabolic health. So that's it from us. We provided everything we could about the importance of healthy diet. Just one question for you guys are, what's for dinner tonight? Thank you.